Hello, my name is Dr. Amy Newcomb Jordan. I'm the principal here at Port Acres Elementary. And today we are having our grand opening to our STEAM lab thanks to BASF Total Petrochemicals. We're so excited that they have donated space for us with lots of technology for our kids to utilize on a daily basis. It is so very important for students to be able to have technology in all aspects because this world is just moving to a technical world. And so the more experience that they have with technology as little students, as younger students, when they get older, they will be able to maneuver in the world and become the citizens that they need to be using this technology. So again, we're so grateful. Port Acres Elementary is so grateful to BASF Total Petrochemicals for donating this space to us.
I'm John Lycan with BASF TotalEnergies Petrochemicals, and we're excited to be here today to talk about this STEM lab that we are putting in here at the Port Acres Elementary School. We chose this school because it's part of our community. We work in the Port Arthur area, and we wanted to be able to support the Port Arthur community with this school and have the STEM lab here. BASF TotalEnergies is dedicated to providing opportunities for young students to get the opportunity to be exposed to science and technology at the early grades so they can then develop up and have an interest in science and technology as they go further with their careers in education.
From this right here. So our active floor has a projector and it also has a computer as well. So we have our keyboard, and we can also use the mouse. Shoes, it's hard to pick up. Like I wore boots one time.
Didn't pick it up.
No, and so I had to go barefoot, but I'm not taking my shoes off. No one is looking at these feet today.
What is it technically called? Robotic coding.
And the eyes flash and makes a noise when it's finished that step of the code. And now it's done.
To this type of technology in school,
Yeah.
I think that's profound.
It's a big step forward because they are interested in doing it and go to college to do it. Very
Exactly.
neat.
Actual coding and stuff. So we hands-on. So we have traditional as well as the latest technology too. So we can go through everything in between. If you see on television shows and whatnot, science things where they actually write and draw. And they do algebraic or mathematical equations on it. This will actually highlight it in neon, and it will record the teacher.
Tony Stark.
Yes, exactly. And they're able to record it backwards and have live or pre-recorded instruction for students when they're not at school.
My name is Caroline. I work for Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you.
How you doing, Doc?
Good to see you, sir.
Of Port Acres Elementary, and I'm so excited to be here with you all today. On behalf of Dr. Portery, our superintendent, who could not be here today, and the board members of PAISD, I want to say welcome to our PAE STEAM lab. Today is so exciting for us because BASF has brought us technology that our students can utilize starting in elementary school, and they're going to be able to maneuver their way through high school and on to higher learning and education, and be able to take what they learn here and utilize it in the real world with today's ever-changing technology. Hello to our assistant superintendent, Dr. Kim Vine, who's back here. Our other assistant superintendent, Dr. Tatiana Owens, who's back here as well. We want to say thank y'all. We're so thankful for what you all have provided to us in this STEAM lab. I do have some wonderful PAIC content supervisors.
I am very honored to be able to represent the Curriculum and Instruction Department on behalf of Dr. Tatiana Owens, who is the Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, as well as the other content supervisors for math, reading, science, social studies, etc. For our students. The students as early as kindergarten have to have access to quality STEAM activity, actually caters to those needs. Our teachers are very excited about being able to actually provide this opportunity to our students as well. And not just the teachers from this school, but the other teachers who were able to visit during February, because then they have something in their personal knowledge bank that applies to the advanced lives who will not be able to do these type of things that our children need.
Our best to make sure that it continues to look like this, because it is just gorgeous, and when students relaxing. So thank you so much. It's just a beautiful, beautiful job. I want to thank Ms. Vatanza, who has been working very closely with us on this project. I mean, she's there every step of the way. If we need her, we can just call her, and she has been there to help us get through this and get all of our materials. So thank you so much, Ms. Vatanza. At this time, we could not do it without another very important BASF TotalEnergies Petrochemicals in Port Arthur. John has been in this role since 2020, and as site manager, he is responsible for all aspects of manufacturing, and his team are responsible for donating this innovative space to Fort Acres Elementary. So without you, we would not have these wonderful tools in this wonderful space, so we want to say thank you. And at this time, I'm going to call for him to come up and just say a few words.
Thank you. It's a fun day. This is the first time I've seen this room today, so it's exciting and very, very nice girls around us here. It's kind of got my attention. But I also want to say thanks to a couple of employees that came out and helped us set this up before to get the room ready for the painting and all that. And that's Logan Peltier, Dorian Luke, and Jana Truitt. So I want to say thanks to them. It's always exciting to think about what this room can do and what it's going to do for kids, not just this year, but for many years to come. I think we wanted this to be in one of our local community schools where we work here in this Port Arthur area. So we were excited to be able to have it here in Port Arthur, and I think it's a great school and a great partnership. So we're excited to come and see all the new technology things that are here, and I'm excited myself to check them out and see what we've got. So thank you for coming, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Yes, come on, Mr. Dagree.
Again, a wonderful experience to be here with all of you, and we tried to put in this lab some of the most innovative and motivating items for students to capture their motivation, to get them to learn without even knowing they're learning, as we're trying to make academics and technology and STEAM fun. So we have our 3D printers, which kids are able to take virtual items and make them into real life, get to touch them, feel them, explore them. We have robotics, where even to our pre-K and kindergarten students are able to do coding. We have virtual interactive goggles behind our two wonderful teachers, Ms. Simpson, our campus case. We have virtual goggles. We have going back to traditional STEM products and engineering. We have snap circuits, rockets, the 3D interactive puzzle pieces to use. So this STEAM lab covers every aspect of technology and instructional technology that any kid or teacher can imagine. So that's the wonderful thing about this lab, is that from video gaming to interactive academic tools that students can use, every aspect of learning and integrated with technology is in this lab.
Shelby Simpson, she's our campus tech, so she works with all Mr. Dennis Johnson. He's a 5th grade science teacher, and if you know 5th grade science, they do STAR. And so he has really been excited to see this project come to life, and they have been in here working with students and working on teaching not only the students but the teachers on how to use the technology. So that's been very important to us. So at this time, Mr. Johnson is just going to come up and say a few words about the STEAM lab, and then they will both take you through some of the items that we have here today that we're going to be utilizing with students. And then we'll get to the most important part, the students. And you can see how they come in and they use the lab. So without further ado, we'll have Mr. Johnson come and say.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. As has been mentioned before, it is just so exciting to be able to come into the STEAM lab and to be able to take all of this technology and make those concepts that we practice in the classroom every day to kind of bridge that divide and make it more concrete and real for our students. At this level, as the educators in the room know, it's often difficult to take abstract concepts and make them concrete for our students because they have a little problem with that. But using that technology, it will allow us to be able to do that a lot more easier in the classroom, especially with our standards, the things that we teach in the classroom. That's changing on next year for science, and math will follow soon after. So this is going to allow us to kind of be ahead of the game when it comes to those changes, because a lot of the technology that's already here, we can easily implement in the classroom. So as a classroom teacher, I think I was probably more excited than my students when we found out what was coming, and the fact that they came in and started using some of the things in here, and they were just totally blown away, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. The first time that I saw the room, I was just like, wow, this is just awesome. It's dynamic. So thank you to everyone that's been involved in this project, and this entire process. And again, TotalEnergies elementary teachers are ready to come in, and students are excited to come in and start learning. So again, thank you.
So at this time, Ms. Simpson and Mr. Johnson, they're going to just kind of go around the room and kind of explain some of the technological tools that we have here for students to use, along with the help of Mr. Dagley. And then we will bring students in so you can see what they've been doing.
82% complete. It has 12 minutes left, so when it's done, y'all will be here and I'll be able to take it out and show y'all. I had a student, I asked her what she wanted to print. She typed in what she wanted to print. She hit print, we downloaded it, and now it literally went from the computer to our machine, and it is almost complete. We have 2 of those, one in the front, one in the back. We also have a car being printed in the back of the room. And then our main attraction, to me, the kids love this the most, is our active floor. So just kind of show you how it works. It has a projector and a computer within this box, and you pretty much follow the steps that are on the mat. Might be my shadow. And then students or teachers are able to pick an activity. We have games, we have grade levels, so we have pre-K through K, first and second, all the way up to high school. Basically, the kids get to play soccer within the mat. So if I were to hit play, I have one student on the other end, one student on the other end, and they would just kick it back and forth. Does anybody want to do this with me? Let's see. Following Mrs. LeBlanc, so it kind of places her feet on the mat as well.
I'm stepping up the floor, I'm sorry.
Missing Mom. Get those shadows.
And we'll have an activity that the students are going to do today, but they actually use this with technology in addition to a couple of other things. And there are different activities that it kind of takes them through that they'll be able to complete. Say if you give them a particular challenge, build, we're going to have them actually create an instrument, create a song today. So they'll actually use this with the Chromebooks that we have, and they'll actually be able to come up with a song.
Video game simulator. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to bridge the gap between what students or kids like at home and how to show them how it's integrated in technology in school. So in order to create a video game or this apparatus or any of these things, you have to have education. You got to go through all the content areas. You have to understand the basic tools of academics to get to this point. And that's where we have this for. And a surprise on this actual application. Our middle school and high school kids are going to be developing games that actually going to be played on this tool. So that's one of the exciting things that a job field or a job market for students, they now can start here at elementary with this simulator.
What they do is they pick a pattern they want to do, super easy. So I'm going to make my bee-bot go forward 2 times, then I will make it turn left, go forward 2 times again, turn right, go backwards, and I'm done. Once I'm ready, I press go.
Turn right, don't fall.
There you go.
And then the sequence has completed.
See, it's different. We have traditional, and then we have some non-traditional things in here as well. And that's to kind of add to the feel of the room, so that when students come in, they're very comfortable. They're doing that passive learning, which is going to be something that they're going to really internalize and remember. So that's what we really want to do. So every possible detail has really been planned out very well. So again, I just wanted to point that out as well.
Or Miss Simpson.
Oh, looking for it. So with the VR goggles, the headsets, there are several applications that students will be able to actually explore. Of course, again, in the classroom setting, often it's difficult to teach certain things because students may or may not get those experiences, and this is another tool that we have. One that we'll be looking at today, in particular with the students, they're going to be exploring the surface of Mars, and so they'll be able to do that in that augmented reality fashion, and they're going to make some observations of some things that now I have a frame of reference that I can compare one place to another. So again, another awesome tool that we have that we'll be able to implement in the classroom.
We're proud of them. Mr. Johnson, are we hearing that?
Yes. Get your
What you gonna play?
Before anyone left, please feel free to stay as long as you like, and we also have refreshments out in the hallway, so please make sure you are welcome to that. But without further ado, Ms. Matanza, thank you so much for all that you've done for us.
Well, I'm fortunate to work for a company that prioritizes STEAM, and so it's just been a delight to work with the Port Arthur Independent School District, and I appreciate my boss, Sean Lycan, who allows me to focus on projects like this and work with Kenneth Dagry and Mrs. Bernard and Dr. Jordan and Dr. Vine, and it's just been a wonderful experience. And then I put out to our site that we needed to paint the room to prime it, and we had wonderful volunteers come and do And I'm thrilled to see the students in the classroom. This is what we've been waiting for, and so I thank everybody who helped bring this project to fruition. So thank you very much. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you stay and play with some of the equipment.
Yeah.